Hey y'all, welcome back to Rolling Pin Recipes. Today we're going to make cinnamon rolls. Never made cinnamon rolls before, but we're going to start off with 1 cup of milk. We use 2%. Going to warm this up to about 115 degrees. Alright y'all, my milk is warm. We're going to add 2 1/4 teaspoons of yeast. Or 1 packet. I keep mine in my freezer so it's pretty cold. And it doesn't say to add the sugar, so I won't. I'm going to use the dough hook to mix that. We're going to start off with the paddle attachment and let that proof for like 5 minutes. Oh y'all, it wanted 2 1/2 teaspoons. So I'm going to add another quarter. It's a lot, which is 1/4 teaspoon more than a packet. We'll let that proof. Alright y'all, the yeast mixture is frothy-ish now, so we're gonna pour that in. I'll get all that out. I have 2 eggs and a stick of butter at room temp. We're gonna add those in. My family has requested cinnamon rolls and they're super excited. We're all super excited. We need 1/3 stick of butter. It's been sitting out for a couple hours. In preparation, gotta find this. Here we go. We'll save that and put 1/3 cup in. Now we need 1/2 cup of sugar. I've got a whole cup scoop here. It's about half. We're gonna mix this until combined. Okay, that's not exactly combined, but that'll do. We're gonna add a teaspoon of salt. And we're going to add 4 cups of all-purpose flour. You can do bread or all-purpose. I'm choosing to do all-purpose today to see if we like them. It's 2. Get a softer, more tender. 3 cinnamon roll with AP and I think it said fluffier, chewy, and firm. Yes, chewy and firm. So we're gonna go softer today. Okay, we're gonna mix it using the beater just until it's combined. Okay, so it's just until barely combined. Let it rest for 5 minutes so it can all be absorbed, and then we will add more flour if necessary, but probably won't be. Now we wait for 5 minutes. Alright y'all, been 5 minutes. We're going to scrape the dough off of this beater. It's very wet. I think we're definitely gonna need some flour. Alright y'all, I believe I have it all scraped off. We're gonna add the dough hook, and I will need to add more flour, I believe, but we're gonna start kneading it. We're gonna knead it like 5 to 7 minutes. Alright y'all, been kneading for about 7 or 8 minutes. It's pretty good, not too sticky. We're going to clear the hook, remove it from this mixer bowl, and place it in a separate bowl to rise. It's still a little sticky, but I think it's okay. We'll see. Alright, use a little flour to get everything off of the hook, and I might need to use some to get it out of the bowl, but I'm using this little scraper. Looks like cookie dough. It says don't add too much flour, so I didn't. Hopefully it's good. It's very buttery, like our hamburger buns we like to make. I'll use a little flour to get this off and ball this up, and I like to get my dough into a ball. Give it a little knead into a ball. We're just going to do a regular, ooh, almost lost her, cinnamon roll today. There are lots of different fillings you can put. Just a couple little kneads and it's already in better shape. It's very simple. Beautiful, gorgeous dough. It's fun to knead this dough because it's so soft. Gorgeous. It says to put it in a grease dish. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to put a little plastic wrap on here, set it in the microwave because it's warm. We're going to let it double or just let it rise for 30 minutes. We don't want it to do too much. 30 minutes. Alright y'all, while it's still doubling, we're gonna heat up 1/2 cup of butter. It's like room temp, but still pretty firm. Melt that a little bit. Alright y'all, I've got my butter melted, but not completely liquid. I mean, it's still pretty liquidy, but still cloudy. We need 1 cup of brown sugar, packed. It doesn't fit, so I'm gonna use 1/3 cup. We'll just do 3. It's a lot of brown sugar. Okay, 1/3 cup. A little over 2/3 cup. Oh boy, I'm gonna need a bigger bowl. And about 1 cup total now. I need a bigger bowl. Did not realize. The recipe does call for salted butter, which is good because that's all we buy. Try to get every bit of that out. And we need 2 tablespoons of cinnamon. 1, 2 plus a little extra. I've seen people just sprinkle this on, spread the butter, sprinkle the sugar, sprinkle the cinnamon, but this way we know it's even, which I kind of like, and it's a set amount. Looks like it's pretty much wet. Hopefully it's evenly incorporated. It's been about 30 minutes since we set the dough aside, but I'm not sure if it has doubled at all or if it has risen at all. I set it in the microwave because that's a warm spot. Definitely feels nice. I don't know if it's risen at all. I might leave it for like 10 more minutes or so. All right, y'all, it's probably been 40-50 minutes. It's got a little squish to her. We're gonna get this out. I don't usually grease my bowls. I just use my hand and get the dough out. I've got my dough mat out, but I don't really like it too much, so put some parchment down. Gonna put a little flour down and get our dough out. I like to get all this dough out. We put a lot of work into it. No wasting. We want it about the size of this mat. I'm gonna get some flour down on top. This cute little thing. Let's try it out. Nice. Before I get it fully to the shape and size, I might need to let that gluten relax a minute. Need to grease this thing. We definitely aren't to size yet, but that's okay. All right, y'all, I got this thing rolled out really nice. It's about the size of my mat. Now we're just gonna hopefully evenly spread this stuff out. It's kind of chilly here, so it's still a decent consistency, but hopefully it goes well. Let's get it all out. I'm wondering if I can cut this with fishing line because I don't have any floss. I have a minty floss, and that's not gonna work. Otherwise, I can use a knife. Oh boy, this is gonna be difficult. All right, y'all, we're gonna spread this out. All right, y'all, now next time, let me tell you, this took forever. I had to use my wooden spat, way better. It was hard to spread it out even, but I could just use the end and just kind of scrape it and push it around and then smooth it out. Now next time, if I spread out the butter, sprinkle the brown sugar and the cinnamon, I think that'll be way better next time. This took forever and my hand's cramping. Now I've seen people cut it and then roll it separate. Right now, I don't think I'll do that. I think we're just going to roll her up nice and tight as best as I can get and kind of wipe it as I go, because after that Swiss roll, I don't want all this extra powder and flour or cocoa powder. We don't need that or want it unless that helps make a delicious sauce, but probably not. Then I can try to stretch these sides and make them even. We're tiny living, y'all, so I gotta work with the space I've got. Then if you leave a little blank, not gooped up spot at the bottom, you can kind of pinch it together, but mine's kind of dried out now, so I don't know if that'll work. Hopefully this works well, and I kind of got a little bust right here, so pinch that up. This is huge. This doesn't really want to seal, so I don't know what to do just yet. It's gigantic, so I guess I'll try to get some fishing line. All right, y'all, now these are really skinny. I think they'll get bigger. I'm not gonna dig for the fishing line, so we're just gonna cut this. That looks incredible, so we'll just go with that. We're just gonna cut these in half. I'm just letting the knife do the work, just moving it back and forth without pushing it. I think it says you can do 12 to 15. These are tiny though, so hopefully they're good. It says 12, let's just do that. 6, so I need 3 from each. That's a really tall cinnamon roll. That's like 2 inches tall. We're gonna do 16. I'm gonna cut the quarters into quarters. They might be small, but we'll see. Should have done it skinnier. Stupid bottom didn't want to stay. This one stayed good. Okay, let's see here. Now this is also gonna be big, but this is okay. Let's try it. And the ends both are gonna be rough, so I'm definitely gonna put the outside down, but they're not gonna be great, which is not a problem. If you're gonna gift these or do anything special with them, you keep those as testers for yourself. Cute. They're really pretty. They're also skinnier down here. Interesting. So pretty, y'all. All right, y'all. I've got this 9x13 dish. It's about 1.5 inches or 2 inches thick, deep. We're gonna set these in there. The ends are gonna be squished and in there. I'll keep them on the side. It's actually smaller ones that I'll keep over here. And I have 16, so they need to be 4. These ain't gonna stay together no matter what, so I feel like they should be... Oh boy, I might need to have a separate piece for some of these. A separate pan. Do 3. I just put a piece of parchment just cause. Now hopefully they fill this pan up pretty good and I'll figure out somewhere to put these for. Look at how much is not cinnamon. That needs to have cinnamon. It's an experiment. First time is what it is. Beautiful. So pretty. All right, we're gonna let them double. Y'all, so I've got the half a cup of heavy cream here. I'm not gonna use it all right now, but since my family can't eat 16 cinnamon rolls, I'm gonna put this 12 in the fridge and bake them tomorrow morning. All right, y'all, my oven's preheated. These cinnamon rolls have risen a little bit, and I have some heavy cream warmed up. Well, not warm really, it's just not cold. Now, half a cup is for the whole batch, so we're just gonna use a little bit. Basically a quarter, not much at all. Add a little more. Probably made a mess, but okay, we're gonna bake this in the oven at 375 for about 15 to 25 minutes. 15 to 30 minutes, probably not 30 minutes though. All right, y'all, we're gonna do the frosting, and I need to soften some butter and cream cheese, and then we're going to add powdered sugar and vanilla. Need 6 ounces of cream cheese. I'll get those bits out. And a third a cup of butter is about 5.5 tablespoons. I think we're gonna microwave this for a second. Y'all, I got out this bowl. Maybe we can whip it in here. Hopefully that butter's soft enough. Let's whip this up real quick. Okay, I believe it's soft enough. We're gonna get 2 cups of powdered sugar in here. We'll see if it works out in here. If not, I can put it in that big bowl. Half. Almost 1 cup. We'll whip that. Looks delicious. Fill this bucket up. Alrighty. I got a fat mess going here, but that's how it works in this kitchen, y'all. Goodness, there's sugar everywhere. Okay, there's another cup, and I'll get a little vanilla. Half a tablespoon, which is 1.5 teaspoons. Let's whip this up. Y'all know that there's literally frosting everywhere. Let's make this happen. That is really good frosting. All right, y'all, we ended up getting it good in this bowl. Awesome. It's a lot of frosting. Probably about 1.5 cups or so. Here are the cinnamon rolls. They're cute as can be. They're actually pretty soft, so that's good. I was thinking they might be a little overdone, but at least I have a little bit of a trial run here. We'll make the rest of them in the morning. I'm gonna use the back of this spatula to just coat them. They're still warm, but like y'all saw, I could hold the pan, so they're cooling down. And this is the frosting enough for the whole batch. Of course, I can always make more because who doesn't love the frosting? I do love a good frosting on a cinnamon roll, but I'm not much of a frosting gal when it comes to cakes. I like a whipped frosting, but not a ton. Okay. They look a little rough, rustic. Just give them a little swirl and they're good to go. I think they look absolutely beautiful. Cute as a button. This one's cute. So here you have it, y'all. We'll make the rest of them in the morning. Here they are. It's actually pretty warm on the bottom, but still, yeah, it's hot. Homemade, y'all. Let's give them a try. Oh, it's kind of caramelized on the bottom. I don't know how my family's gonna like that. It's okay. Like I said, they might be a little overdone, but this is the first batch and the tester, so should be better than that canned stuff. All right, y'all. Cute as can be. I might get a little more frosting on there. It'll soften that dough up a bit too. The recipe did say if it gets a little dark on top, then you can always cover it. Dome it. That looks incredible, y'all. Bon appetit.